Doctor Who, Castrovalva, the first story of the Fifth Doctor, is written by Christopher H. Bidmead and starring Peter Davidson, Matthew Waterhouse, Sarah Sutton and Janet Fielding. So yeah, after Tom Baker left the show, Peter Davidson took over as the Fifth Doctor. They wanted someone who's a physical contrast to Tom Baker and firmly established in the British public's mind. And they were impressed with Peter's role as Tristan Farnan in the All Creatures Great and Small TV series. It is known that Peter Davidson was the youngest actor to play the Doctor, as he was 29 when he started, until about 30 years later. Matt Smith is the youngest actor to play the Doctor, as of time recording, as he was 26 when he got casted. This era is also known to bring back the old monsters like the Master, Cybermen, Omega, Black Guardian, White Guardian, the Silurians, Sea Devils, Daleks and Davros, which is cool. So the title was going to be The Visitor. It was also going to be Project Zeta Sigma, written by John Flanagan and Andrew McCulloch, but they ditched the idea because they didn't think it would work. So John Nathan Turner gave Peter Davidson a chance to do what he wanted for the role. So after the regeneration, the Doctor, Tegan, Nessa and Adric were running from guards, but the Doctor collapsed. Fifth Doctor's first word is I-O. You could sort of hear it. Because it's private property, they're under arrest. However, they summon the ambulance for the Doctor. So while Adric distracts the guards, Tegan and Nessa nix the ambulance to drive all the way to the TARDIS and got in just in time. Which I do like the music. The Master's TARDIS appeared, knocking everyone except Adric out. So Adric went back in the TARDIS and followed the Doctor down the corridor.
Ah, you've come to help me find the Zero Room. Welcome aboard. I'm the Doctor.
While he's pulling the strings from his scarf, leaving his shoe lying around, and rip his waistcoat in half. And also doing the previous Doctor's impressions. Apparently the Doctor needed to find the Zero Room after Adric headed the wrong way. The Doctor looks in the mirror and he doesn't seem to like that incarnation. After blowing on a recorder, he picks up a cricket bat and changed his clothes and ran into Tegan and Nessa. So the Doctor was relieved that it was Tegan's lipstick on the wall after when he thought it was something else. So they found a Zero Room. The Doctor levitated and telling his companions what they should do to help him. It turns out the Master has captured Adric. While the Doctor's wandering in the smoke, Tegan and Nessa were busy reading the TARDIS scanner. The TARDIS is flying into this creation of galaxy with the Master saying farewell. Pretty intense there. Obviously Nessa hated that face, so after a while deleting the Zero Room, they saw on scanner that Castrovalva would be a good planet to make the Doctor feel better. So they build a box for the Doctor, the Zero Cabinet, then push the Doctor on a wheelchair to find Castrovalva. And I do love Nessa's face after when she fell in the water to pick the wheelchair up. While Adric is suffering from the effects being imprisoned by the Master, they carried on wheeling the Doctor. As the Zero Cabinet opened, the Doctor is gone and there is blood on the floor. I think Peter Davidson did a great job as the Fifth Doctor. His acting and chemistry with his companions is nice. Matthew Waterhouse played Adric, who's from E-Space. I like him. I think he's canny and does have great development. Sarah Sutton is Nessa, who's from Traken and lost her father because the Master used his body. She's brilliant. I love the character. She's definitely more clever than the Doctor, like Zoe. Janet Fielding is Tegan Javanka, who's human from Earth, and sadly lost her aunt because of the Master when she's on her way to airport. She's independent and rebellious and has great development as well. Anthony Ainley as the Master is fantastic, well betraying, and you can tell that took the inspiration from Roger Delgado. Derek Warren played Shardavan, who's a librarian and individual created by the Master when creating Castrovalva. Michael Sheard played Murgrave, a doctor in Castrovalva. Everyone did a great job. The set and effects are fantastic. Music by Paddy Kingsland, nicely done. So the Doctor gets taken inside the castle, and I like it when he picked up a celery and said, definitely civilization. As Tegan and Nessa arrived, they got shown where the Doctor is. So the next morning, Adric in the mirror speaks to Nessa. The Doctor woke up and he seems to forgot about Adric. As the Doctor does a bit of a counting, the little girl comes over and tells him that 3 comes after 2, then counting up, which made the Doctor feel dizzy. Apparently the actress's name is Suska John. She is Caroline Johns' niece, the one who played Liz Shaw, which is cool. So the Doctor remembered Adric, so he finds Tegan and Nessa. As they run around with great music and pretty scary, they find themselves stuck in a space-time trap.
Someone's manipulating Castrovalva. We're caught in a space-time trap!
After Murgrave and Shadavan were wondering what was going on, so the Doctor gets taken back to his room, but a Zero cabinet is missing, but the Castrovalvan were using it, so the Doctor got Murgrave to draw the map, and the perception is making him and Castrovalva not aware of the space-time trap. So Shadavan insists on helping pushing the Zero cabinets. The Doctor isn't in there, and apparently Castrovalva is a fiction just like something off The Mind Robber. Turns out the Master has disguised himself as Portreeve. As Adric is free, the TARDIS team went away, the whole Castrovalva and restrained the Master, and as the TARDIS team are outside the castle, it disappeared. The Doctor sticks his celery on his jacket. Tegan thought it was her who landed the TARDIS, but she was disappointed when it was Adric pre-programmed it. The fact that Adric is still recovering from being imprisoned by the Master was an accident because Matthew Waterhouse had a hangover. He drank too much Campari the night before, and during filming the scene where the Doctor and Tegan were discussing who fly the TARDIS, Matthew threw up behind the tree. He does actually look wrecked. So that's Castrovalva. It explores great stuff like the regeneration side effects and a fictional Castrovalva. What did you think of this serial? Drop your thoughts on the comments down below. Thanks people, as always, for watching, and see you in the next video.